on this very third day of September 2025. Thank you so much for watching the Uganda Catholic Television. I am Sunday Gloria Abwoch with Uctv News. The Uganda People's Congress Party President James Akena has accused the Electoral Commission of deliberately omitting his details from the Lira City voters register in what he described as an attempt to frustrate his presidential ambitions. Addressing press or journalists at the UPC headquarters in Kampala this afternoon, Akena revealed that in his name along with those of some family members were missing from the register, a development he said undermines the credibility of the electoral process. Now, despite the setback, Akena reaffirmed his commitment to contest in the forthcoming presidential race, vowing not to be derailed by what he termed as questionable maneuvers.
It so turned out that Honorable Betty, who despite changing her voting location from Oyam to Lira City, where it was witnessed by thousands, it was covered also in the media, we found that Honorable Betty's name is not on the current register for Lira City. If that was not troubling enough, we went further to cross-check, and equally, my name is not on the register. This is the online voter locator system there. At this stage, it is too early for me to say how widespread it is, how many people are affected, but I can point out that myself, Honorable Betty, and there's Dennis Odongo-Odur, who is currently a city councillor in Lira City and is contesting for the position of City East Mayor. His name is also missing. And this is something you can just go online and cross-check. And I encourage anybody who wants to vote, use the opportunity, cross-check, check your details are there, and so that you can vote. I went physically at the time when we were inspecting the register. I was on the register, I confirmed my details, and I have not changed my location or where I am. So I remain in the same polling station in Lira, but I no longer appear on the register. I have asked my team to follow up. I've also asked through them to get the full register for Lira City such that we can go through step by step to work out why and how our names can disappear from a register. I do not want to speculate too much on how and why, but it is perturbing and disturbing at this stage of the process that you can have two high-profile candidates' names suddenly no longer able to appear on the online process where we do the verification and the voter location details. It's testament to the fact that what we're presenting is not your run-of-the-mill campaign. We're going deeper, and we're going to push the questions to their logical conclusion. I have been in politics, and I have promised that this election is not going to be business as usual. So if there are those who do not want to listen to what I have to say, they're still going to hear me. It's not a question of either or. The people of Uganda are going to hear what UPC has in offer, and we're ready to present our best foot forward, and I'll do what I can. Whatever is thrown at me, I have gone through these obstacles, I'm still going to get through, and I want to assure my members, James Akena will be on the ballot come 2026.
Kampala Capital City Authority KCCA leadership headed by the Executive Director Hajati Sharif Buzeki and Lord Mayor Eliasi Lukwago have inaugurated the Kampala Traffic Control Center at City Hall, a state-of-the-art facility aimed at improving traffic flow, enhancing road safety and increasing the efficiency of the city's transport network. The 24 million traffic control control center is expected to ease congestion and bolster Uganda's mass transportation programs.
Tulina omukisa olunaku olwaleero okubanga tuguddewo traffic control center gye tubadde tubagamba entakira nti tugikolako. Project eno etumazeeko obuwumbi bwa Uganda 47 era nga omulimu guno gukoleddwa emyezi 3 okutuuka wano we guli. Olwaleero lwe tugiguddewo okutandika okubanga ekola emirimu egyagiteesebwawo. Oyinza okwebuuza nti traffic control center negenda kukola mulimu ki? Mukimanyi bulungi nti tubadde tukola ze tuyita intersections oba bagayita amasaŋŋanzira nga twajjawo enkulungo ezaaliwo ne tuteekawo amasaŋŋanzira gano, naye okusobola okugayitamu era obutaaba nga tukoze nga jam kyali kyetaagisa okuteekawo bye tuyita ebitaala oba traffic lights. Naye nga ffe wano ku kitebe kyali kitukakatako okubanga tulaba ki ekigenda mu maaso ku masaŋŋanzira ago. Ebitaala bye tutaddeko emmotoka ezo zitambula zitya, kubanga ebitaala ebyo mulaba birina eddakiika ze tubiwa okubanga byaka red, byaka yellow oba byaka green. Kati sente eno emirimu gy'erina kwe kusooka okulaba ewandegeya ku bitaala traffic aliwo afaanana atya, aflowinga bulungi oba emmotoka zeekutte. Bwe ziba zeekutte kaŋŋambe ekitaala twakiwadde eddakiika nnamba, kiba kitegeeza nti tulina okwadjustinga ebitaala ebyo tusobole okubiwa obudde omuntu bw'alindira ku kitaala obutono, emmotoka zisobole okuba nga zitambula speed. Kati ebyo byonna bigenda kuba nga bikolebwa wano mu kizimbe kino. Balaba omugotteko ne badjustinga, baba tewali mugotteko then emmotoka ne bazireka ne zitambula nga bwe zikola ki, nga bwe zaagala.
As a city, we have made a commitment to build an efficient, inclusive and safe transport system. This requires policy choices that prioritize people over vehicles, efficiency over chaos, and safety over speed. As we launch this mega project, this new development, we need to reflect on this. How is it going to translate into tangible results on the ground? It's critical.
So this center is a demonstration of what can be achieved when national and state leadership, the road mayor and his executive, work hand in hand and supported by our international partners. Chumali chikubideko mu ngalo kikulu nnyo. Mulaba byetufunye. So, however, before I go to another issue, to make this effective so that number 3 can be strengthened, I will now appeal to our brothers JICA. I said I'm not going to use the word partner for obvious reasons, to support the upgrade of the system so that our team can be able to identify the real cause of jam. I'm saying jam at a particular point, just as we saw the orange and maybe the red points in the system. And at this level, I appeal to you, the road users, especially my brothers, the big importers of Japanese cars in the country, the taxi, the borders, Honda, Kawasaki, and so on, to use these facilities well, the system, and don't look at it as an aid to better, but look at it as an aid to better use of those roads and not in a punitive mechanism. Ekimanyi mugenda tandika batuteze ebitaala, batuteze kamera, banaye bagenda tukwata. Bwoba toli mubbi otya ki police? So kozesa bulungi enguudo, that's why you see a lot of marks in the roads, in the junctions, mwoba mweziyita junction box. Those were made to enhance this. so mukozese bulungi oluguudo n'ezo kamera zijja bayambako.
The Vicar General of Kampala Archdiocese, Monsignor Vincent Borges Kabuye Mukasa, has urged the faithful to intensify fundraising efforts to fast-track the completion of the church's parking facility ahead of Lubaga Cathedral's 100th anniversary celebrations in October. Monsignor Mukasa made the appeal while inspecting the ongoing renovation and construction works on behalf of the Archbishop of Kampala, Paul Tamugedede, during the weekly fundraising drive Lamaga Yoyota Lubaga Cathedral at 100 years, held today at Lubaga.
It has been so rigorous and taxing and also challenging because of those issues I have talked to you about, especially the weather and also the confined space. This confined space, you see, we finish materials here, but we need to see where to put materials. So because of the confinement of space, that has been a very big challenge. But with the cooperation we have been having with the team, we have been able to reach. Now, when you talk about the percentage completion, I think we have reached more than 50% completion. And in the remaining 4-5 weeks, we should be able to complete the work.
We have been making fundraising to build a parking lot for the cathedral and also to beautify the cathedral in view of the celebrations in October. Today we have raised 4,290,000 from those that came. But today's function was mainly to see the work that has been so far. We are grateful for your contributions and continue contributing so that the work can be finished on time. The engineers have assured us that they will be able to be done by October 26th. May God bless you and continue supporting your Yota project.
You're watching Uctv News. Let's take a break. We'll get back with stories at the local scene.
Uctv, good news for all.
You are watching Uctv, good news for all. For this and more, tune in to Kasese Get Radio 100.5 in Western Region, located at the hill of the Diocese of Kasese. KGR brings you all Catholic programs and an advertising platform in all our radio shows like Good Morning Renzori, Chama Tovoka, Ukute, the Business Show, Propeller, the Rico Show and Sports, Evaluation, Bahinga Bakuluka, Late Night Show, and many others. Our other services include Isuzu Tipa, a no car, public address system, live band, Omokekera, an audio recording studio, and outside live broadcast. For more information, call 0773-597-166 or visit our website www.kasesegatradio.com. Kasesegat Radio, Omusondoria, the voice of truth.
Radio Patches, the best value-based community radio in Eastern Africa, running 24/7 with professional staff and solar energy backup of up to 500 kilowatts peak. We rock the whole of northern Uganda and the world using 7 languages on 90.9 FM and 94.5 FM in Arua on Ediofe Hill, 99.7 FM at Moyo on Adua Hill, 101.4 FM at For God in Gulu, and online at www.radiopatches.org or download the Radio Patches app from Google Play Store and Apple Store. Radio Patches, peace of Christ for all.
Welcome back, and thank you for keeping it here as we continue with the Wednesday edition of Uctv News. As part of its 7 core pillars, the Archdiocese of Mbarara Development Association, AMDA, extended knowledge and skills to communities in Mbarara district as means of boosting economic empowerment. Professor Sabino Birio Mumaisho, head of the Department of Veterinary Medicine and Animal Resources at Makerere University, noted that the AMDA team showcased modern technologies aimed at improving livestock productivity and increasing household incomes.
Our association has many pillars which we base on to achieve our aims. One of them is to economically empower our people back in our archdiocese. There has been sessions in crop agriculture, and in the veterinary clinic we base our activities on 3 major aspects of animal production: animal health, animal nutrition, and animal breeding. And here we showcase some latest technologies which can help our people come out of poverty and by increasing household incomes. So here we are showing some of the nutrition, latest nutrition technologies. We have demonstrated how to make hay and how to make silage to mitigate effects of dry season feeding. We also have pasture seeds and feed supplements which can increase butterfat, increase the fat content of milk, and various for pasture seeds. We have some latest technologies. For example, instead we have an easier technology of dehoning cattle, which we use a cream instead of a saw or a wire saw. We also have some technology, a scan, and a portable scan to detect pregnancy, instead of the traditional method where you use a rectal palpation with hand. Here we can use a scan connected to a portable computer and a suitable software to process the images, and it can even detect early pregnancies even of less than a month old. Then we also have various drugs for routine treatment and management of diseases. Now,
when you nasimarhanga abo kwiza kusoma aha bintu ebyo kurisa abo kubandisize nyine ente yanjye mweryo ningirisizo mucuzo ubundi ngitaheru nyine empunu nyine na nobume ebi byo nabirisize hata nakunasanga hariho musomo go kurisa nahura nakunda ngo nyize nsome ngero bugu omukurisa mwe naziho nabyega kandi binayega nareba ngo nabito mu nkora nimbasa kugera ikini hamu ombintu bindisize banyegesa aha kuri sente ya ente mbe ningitamona nko munzu obundi teme binyanse bisintamu nkato mushana osanga ntine byo kugiteramo ubundi twara ngito mu kisakanje komamu konka hata nayegangu ebinyansi wabo byine no bitema obya orondoko aho kubiteka ugire buwazwanzyamu tamusipaguru otamu ebichori otamu ebinde binyansi ozwanzya ugera hi wabita atoguma no koraho ente no gihereza te kubura cyo kurya nareba ngo ecyo nishibasa kunyamba okushiro kumbire ni teme bisi bikimara kwaho atinsoberwa ndonde cyo gukora cyubura nkata nareba.
And finally, at the heart of Lubaga Cathedral's 100-year journey is a song for a century. Choirs led most prominently by the Saint Cecilia Choir, founded in 1924, have carried faith in melody, turning worship into a living symphony. From solemn chants to vibrant African harmonies, the voices have guided generations in prayer, making music not just an art, but a ministry that unites heaven and earth.
For 100 years, Rubaga Cathedral has not only been a house of prayer, but a living symphony. Its heartbeat found in the voices of the choirs that have led the worship across centuries. From the solemn reverence of the early chants of the vibrant rhythms of African harmonies, the choirs of Rubaga have carried faith in song. At the center of the musical legacy stands the St. Cecilia Choir, founded in November 1924, just a year before the cathedral's consecration in December 1925. For a century, they have led the faithful in praise, welcoming priests, students, workers, elders, and the youth alike into a shared ministry of music. Imagine generations of choristers, some as young as school children, others seasoned parishioners, gathering to lift melodies that transcend time. At Christmas, the choir leading carols that wave together Latin hymns, Luganda praise songs, and joyful African harmonies. Now each note bridges culture and tradition, touching hearts beneath candlelight on that holy night. And at Easter, the choir guides the journey from sorrow to triumph. On Good Friday, their voices hushed and mournful, but as dawn breaks on Easter Sunday, the hush transforms into triumphant hallelujahs, music that lifts every spirit in the house of God, echoing resurrection itself. Through decades of sacraments, weddings, baptisms, confirmation, the choir's voice has accompanied the faithful. The choir has educated hearts through music, teaching that worship is both heard and felt. The choir's influence has spread beyond Rubaga's walls. Its discipline, grace, and musical excellence inspired countless other parish choirs. Indeed, the choir's role transcends performance. It helps the faithful to pray, singing the word of God in ways the heart understands. The choir has become the voice of the cathedral itself, calling, comforting, uniting, and celebrating. As Rubaga Cathedral marks 100 years this year, we honor not just the building, but the living legacy of the songs from the first Cecilia choristers to today's singers. Each generation takes the melody and lifts it a bit higher. The voices remind us of faith like music is meant to be shared. The Rubaga Cathedral's choir is a century-old echo of praise, a testament when people lift their voices in unity. They create something timeless. Here, on this sacred hill, music remains a language that unites heaven and earth, past and present, song and soul.
Away from that now, let's take a look at what makes history tonight. Finally, that's what time we had for you this Wednesday edition of Uctv News. My name is Sunday Gloria Abwoch, and I wish you the very best of the evening.